Hi and welcome to all the racing lovers around the globe joining us for this pre-recorded show. We are recording on Saturday morning, early doors. This is for the meeting on Sunday, the 19th of October. Hollywoodbets Greyville racing on the turf track. Great pleasure to have Dees Dynand in the studio with me today. Morning Dees, how you doing?
All okay, Sheldon, and busy day as you're saying, the Sunday early start as well, 12:05, 10 races on the go. Looking forward to this preview.
Right, race number one is going to be very, very quick because there's a lot of unraced horses and the comments from the trainers are, will all need the run. So that means that number 6, Oklahoma Girl, after that promising introduction. Second, To Catch a Penny is at 13-10. Number 8, Saudi Sweep is 11-2. Number 9, Spirit of Shimla is 6-1, and then it's 8-1 and bet to the rest. I'm not going to labour the point. After number 6, Oklahoma Girl ran second, To Catch a Penny over 1400 on debut. Dropping to the 1200, she should take a power beating, and I think she's going to be tough to beat. Saudi Sweep, number 8, my second pick, and then numbers 3 and 1. These looks quite straightforward with the first timers needing the run.
Yeah, with no confidence with any of these first timers. I think it all depends on this horse called Oklahoma Girl. I trust that all the racing fans are well, and hopefully it turns out to be a good day for you, the valued racing fan. Yeah, as Sheldon mentioned, the comments that are given in the computer form, nothing to rave about, not much expected, most of them needing the runs. And coming back to Oklahoma Girl, yeah, that debut run at the track over at 1400 meters, she did show a lot of pace and speed when racing on the 6th of August. So this 1200 meter trip with that natural pace and speed that she's shown, I think that she looks like the right horse in the field. I think you can play around her. You pull out that form line, there's a horse called She's All Mine, now trained by Brett Weber. There's since won 2 on the bounce in Gauteng. Yeah, Penon Nom, Stuart Ferry's runner, she seems to be coming along nicely. Capricious Miss, enhancing her form line of her last start. Saudi Sweep, that was a good introduction for Louis Corson. So those look to be the obvious horses of the runners that have raced. Just one horse, Sheldon, that I want to talk about here that wouldn't jump off the page. Saragossa C, MJ Ordendal's runner. She's very well related. I remember her coming into the ring on debut. She's a half-sister to Catch Pajamas, Kelp Forest, Lion's Eye, and she looked really well. I don't know what happened first up, but I see she was reported lame. I'll keep a close eye on her because on what I saw first up and the fact that she's got a good pedigree, I think there could be some improvement to come. But I agree with you, number 5, Oklahoma Girl, no doubt the right horse of the exposed form.
So there we go. Look at race number 1. Keep an eye on the first timers. You never know in the ring. There might be some support or one that really stands out. But in all intents and purposes, number 6, Oklahoma Girl, should take beating in race number 1.
Well, race number 2 will kick off the exotics. It'll be the bar pot, and this will start at 12:40. It's over 1,000 meters. Maiden plate. We'll bring up the field, have a look at some betting. You can use this as a guide. Horses in single figures. Number 3, Senor Resferio, that's at 5-1. Yogas Governor and Calvin Habib from a good draw. Then we have number 4, Mystic Dancer, trading at 7-2. Did open up 4-1. So some support for Mystic Dancer. 5, Angel Boy J is a big outsider there. I see at 33-1 for Frank Robinson. Number 7, Amber Alert, is trading at 11-2, and 8, Bombardier Boy, is a 2-1 shot. And then we got the informed stable of Vengi Musawi with number 9, Mfetu, that's trading at 4-1. Just having a look at the riding arrangements here for Hollywood Racing, because I think Hollywood Racing hold the key to the running of this race, or the outcome of this race. 8, Bombardier Boy, Sean Veal, and then Craig Zaki has got the ride on number 9, Mfetu. I don't think there'll be much to choose between the two. There is a line of form behind, Cowboy Country and Cowdray Park, some collateral form lines there. But this horse, Bombardier Boy, last time out, Sheldon, odds on shot, looked the right race. I don't know what happened. maybe it was the poly track.
Well, that's what I put it down to. When I watched the replay, watched him go down to the start, I just had a funny feeling that he's a better grass horse.
Yeah.
He did move through at the 300-meter marker. He came under a little bit of pressure, and then he had to just be eased out of it, but he was a beaten horse on that occasion. And I think it was an open maiden on that occasion, and that horse, Capricious Miss, was very well in at the weights.
Gave a lot of weight.
A lot of weight away. I think she had 53.5 on her back, and Bombardier Boy was obviously carrying the top weight there. So, worth another chance. For me, though, number 3, Senor Res Frio. That's going to be the danger with the draw. False rail at 3 meters, and with the experience under the belt, shows a lot of speed. You'll notice later on, I do make Bombardier Boy one of my better bets on the card. That run to Cowboy Country on debut, if we go on that run alone, should be very, very tough to beat. A horse with a reputation. So I'm going to go number 9, Bombardier Boy, as the horse to beat. But number 3, Senor Res Frio. From the draw, is going to be there for free, going to jump and go, and could take all the beating. Number 4, Mystic Dancer, did run second to Magical Sky, and then behind Quick Step Gal. But the comment from the yard is, will need the run.
Yeah, she's coming off a break that she was given on the 2nd of March, but a promising introduction. Then at 4 to 10, since then she's been rested. Number 4, Mystic Dancer. I'm going to include the other Hollywood racing horse into the play here for the bar pot, number 9, in Fair 2, just because the stable's so well, and he's got natural pace and speed to overcome the draw as well, this horse in Fair 2. And I think with speed into play, 9 in Fair 2 could be a challenger to number 8, Bombardier Boy. I agree about number 3, Senor Resferio. So in numerical order, racing fans, numbers 3, 8 and 9 should be good enough for the bar pot. I'm actually going to suggest that this horse in Fair 2, the way the stable's going, I'm going to lean towards him as possibly my top choice in the race, but Sheldon selection numbers 3 and 8 here to cover in the bar pot. The bar pot begins at 12:40, and we're expecting a form result.
Next up will be race number 3, opening leg of the place accumulator. Carded off time is 13:10. Racing on the turf over 1,600 meters. And when it comes down to the betting, there's only one horse talking, and that's number 7, Annie Song. From the Gareth Van Zyl stable, jockey Sean Veal, the stable jockey aboard. And this individual has had the 2 local warm-ups. Was last seen on the 17th of September, made the debut in Cape Town on the 23rd of November, then came back to KwaZulu-Natal, a 4th and a 3rd, and you had to like that progress last time out. Slow out the gates, made some real good late eye-catching progress, from 22 to 10 down 13 to 10. Number 6, Cool Wind, who I make the danger, that's at 9 to 2. Number 1, She's a Rocket, slight support 6 to 1. 5 to 1, and then at 7 to 1 and better the rest. Number 8, Lemon Thyme. Number 7, Annie Song D's, has had the 2 local introductions over 1,400, and both runs has come from a long way back. The 1,600 meters, I think the money's going to be spot on here.
Yeah, I'm all in with this horse. I'm going to go to the point and say this is one of the best bets on the card on what I've seen to date. The fact that she's had poor draws to contend with, and they've just given her a chance to come from the back of the field over 1,400 meters. She now goes the extra 200 meters, which will suit her perfectly, considering that she's been the fastest finisher over 1,400 at the last 2 starts. And this draw now is 7 out of the 12 runners. Sean Veal did ride her when she made her debut in KZN, so he knows the filly well. I'm going to say whatever beats a win. For me, she's a place accumulator banker, and the anti-post betting support tells a story. I'm going to say she's one of the best bets on the card.
Well, there we go. One of the better bets on the card, and I'm in total agreement with these. When I saw the 22 to 10, I thought that could be a decent price. Now right down 13 to 10. So number 7, Annie Song, hopefully will bring home the winning tune.
Well, it's the big one, the pick 6, that begins in race number 4 at 13:45, quarter to 2. Get your bets on, get on the tote, 1,600 meters. Now, the betting is like so here in race number 4, racing fans. Number 1, Send Me, is 5-1. 2, Ludu the Legend at 6-1. 3, Global Movement is at 4-1. Then we got a 3-1 shot in number 6, Gorgeous Dude. And there is some money here for number 9, Gardenia's Pride, from 16-1 into 12-1. So note that at the time of recording. 10, Sail to the Moon at 5-1, and it's double figures the balance. I'm going to take a chance here and suggest that maybe for the place accumulator you can narrow things down to maybe numbers 3, 6, and 10. Those could be the numbers that you can play around with. But for leg 1 of the pick 6, along with 3, 6, and 10, I'm going to suggest numbers 1 and 11. But just quick comments on a few runners. Number 1, Send Me, for Tony Riverland. I think the claim 2.5 is a help from draw 1. And just having a look at the way this horse has been racing, merit rating in class divisions, average rating 77 and 79 last 2 races, now down to a 62, so therefore the big weight. Number 3, Global Movement. I know that Tini Prinsloo liked his horse at his last 2 runs, but last time out did catch my eye behind Mohandas. 6, Gorgeous Dude, Alison Wright's runner. I think you can't leave out on the current form and should run a good race. Horse number 10, Sail to the Moon, Yorgos Govinder's runner. He's had a few tries now in the province, and we know that he's come down in the ratings nicely. And then Slytherin from the Alison Wright stable kept a close eye on the betting last time out when this horse was shrewdly punted. Did not arrive for the top 4 places, but just missed out running back in fifth. So don't leave that one out. And then an absolute lunatic selection, Sheldon, from me.
Chinaberry.
Yeah, I think for the pick 6, and if you're playing it wide, if there is a merit rating strike in the race, it looks like this horse, but he seems to be badly off form.
He is badly off form, but we've earmarked the same horses. I've gone 2 runners, number 4, Chinaberry, and number 7, Iron Will, to throw into the pick 6. Yes. And this horse, Chinaberry, showed a lot of ability earlier on. Handicapper obviously put him up at 100, and he's had issues. They've dropped him down. He takes the 4 kgs off. One of these days he's going to bounce back to his best, and hopefully at a decent price. He's around about 25-1, Iron Will 16-1. They're horses that can certainly cause a bit of a stir, but I remember when Chinaberry won his maiden, I think Richard Ferree rode him at Scottsville, and I called the race. He drifted right from the outside to the inside, and Wendy said this is a horse with potential. So one of the days he's going to pop up, and who knows, Sunday could be the day that Chinaberry bounces back to his very best.
Yeah, then they tried him in all those features after the maiden, and you run places in those features as a young horse, and you're going to get the 3-figure mark, which he did. So he's come down in the ratings from the highs of 100 to the lows of a 68. You can actually go down to a net 62 with the claim 4. So maybe he's the type of horse that could bounce back to his better form, the form that he showed as a young horse, number 4, Chinaberry. But nothing sparks up with his form lines. Place accumulator, what are we doing here? I'm going to suggest numbers 3, 6, and 10.
I'll go with you. 3, 6, and 10, because number 10, Sail to the Moon, has been very consistent. A 3rd and then a 2nd last time out behind the mask. A little bit of a deep draw to overcome, but I think those horses should be sufficient.
Well, good luck if you're playing the pick 6 on Sunday.
Welcome back as we move on to race number 5, which will be the halfway mark once this race has run over 1,900 meters. The betting is as follows. First, let's give you the scratching. Number 6, Star of the Future, so there will be some adjustments. Number 4, Spectacular, is 3-1, along with number 11, Continental Express. Number 1, The Wolf, 9-2. 3, Papacia, 6-1, and then number 9, Rodriguez, is 7-1. And take note that Rodriguez is now ridden by Blaine Marks Jacobson, who claims 3 kilograms. So take note of that, and then you go 10-1 about number 2, French Trip, and better the rest. Dees, when I look at race number 5, there's quite a few horses that you can include in the exotics. Number 3, Papa C, fresh off a victory last time out when beating Ricardo. There's been some winners out of there, 2 or 3 winners from that form line. Got the draw. The type of horse who could certainly go back to back, and he has won twice at the course, so he's a horse who's got a chance. But when you look at all of these runners, there's 5, 6, 7 horses that you can throw into the exotics.
Yeah, it's a tough race. It's a tough race, and I think you'll do well to minimize your spend. Just comments, quick ones on the runners that I think will feature. The Wolf, I like this horse for the pick 6 from the draw, and Tristan Godden has a good record on this individual. By the way, French Trip has attracted some money here, 14 to 1 into 10 to 1. So note that doesn't form part of my top 5. But just take note of French Trip being backed anti-post. Number 4, Spectacular. I'm assured by John, who does a sterling job for Glenn in the province, that this horse, Spectacular, although yet to win on the turf and seems to prefer the poly in KZN, I think it's time. It's time that they put him on the turf in KZN because he's in good form. I think he'll go well. Like the comments that I got from John about his chances. Number 4, Spectacular. 5, Ricardo, bounced back to some good form after a disappointing run behind Thomas Shelby. Rachel Vinegar Rice, she's got a good record on that individual. And you mentioned that form line behind Papa C. Gotta go Eddie, and 6, Hot Fix winning from there. Rodriguez, well, Blaine Marks Jacobson, he didn't have the ride. He's partnered this horse the last 2 runs, Rodriguez. But it's worked out for him, that Chase Mogin not riding, and he gets the ride again. A horse that's made up plenty lengths, last 2 runs coming from off the speed. If he jumps on terms, not too far back, it could be his turn to win. Continental Express, how can we leave this horse out, Sheldon? He's in excellent form. He goes for 3 in a row. Just the manner in which he races, up handy at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, start to finish. Last time out, given a chance by Tristan Godden. He's a versatile horse. And then Bad Medicine as well. You can make a case for him on some of his stronger form lines. My numbers here for the jackpot, 1, 4, 5, 9, and 11. And for the place accumulator, I'm going to suggest 4, 9, and 11.
Well, there we go. I'm just going to add in one other horse, and that is the horse you were chatting about, number 2, French Trip. He is stuck in the handicap. He is stuck on a 79. He hasn't really delivered, some decent runs in between. But I'm hopeful that this horse will bounce back to his best, and this could be the one to throw in at 10 to 1. But what we're saying in race number 5, cast your net very, very wide. There's every possibility of a big upset in this race.
Well, we're on to race number 6, and it's over 1,900 meters for fillies and mares. The second jackpot racing fans, just as a guide, we'll start off in race number 7 with 10 races on the go. So race number 6, the betting looks like this. Number 2, which is Princess Palace, that is trading at 5 to 1. Then we go on to number 3, Our Lady Fate at 3 to 1. Number 5, La Madalena at 28 to 10. 8, Radu at 5 to 1, and 10, Pink Diamond is a 6 to 1 shot. I'm going to not cast my net wide here because I like a horse. In fact, I've had my eye on this filly, especially at our last, let's call it 3 or 4 starts, and I've been waiting for Garrett to put her over ground. She's been racing over 1,600 meters where she's done well, but she just leaves a bit too much to do. And we don't want to change her running style or anything, but I just feel now that she's going 1,900 meters, number 5, La Madalena, I'm going to say she'll take a power of beating him. I like her a lot. We like Annie's song earlier on. I think this horse could be the good double for the stable. On her pedigree, she is a half-sister to Rarotonga Rose. Many will remember her. She won up to 2,400 meters. So personally, I think she's looking for the ground, Sheldon. I'm going to make her hard horse to beat. I know that it looks like a tough race. Most of these runners coming down in ratings. Some of them seem to be returning to form. There's nothing that you can be really confident about. But this horse, number 5, La Madalena, I have no issues with her going the distance. I've been waiting for it. I think she'll appreciate the extra ground. She's got 55.5 kgs on her back. I'm going to make her a good thing here. If there's a danger that, gives me a slight concern, it is number 10, Pink Diamond, because I was impressed the way she won last time.
Well, there's just one other horse that I am going to include, and that's going to be number 1, Ethereal View, at around 14 to 1. Unfortunately, the handicapper hasn't given her much relief. If you look back at a long time ago, she was an 80. She's racing off a 74. Very disappointing, her last 2 runs, and the handicappers only dropped her 2 points and 2 points. I'd like to see her racing off like a 68, 69. But in this type of field, I'm going to give her another say. She is going the 1900 meter trip, and I think if there is going to be an upset, she did run second to Ubukwebazana and Papillon Bleu over a lot sharper. She did try 1600 a while back and faded right out of contention. So I think the handicap has got number 1, Ethereal View, but if you are looking to throw one runner in at a big price, this could be the one, and I'm hoping she shows something.
Okay, nice horse for exactors and swingers. So 5 going to be the top choice from me, La Madalena. Danger, number 10, Pink Diamond. And Sheldon has given you a nice horse for your swingers and exactors. Number 1, Ethereal View. And that's a wrap of race number 6.
Next up will be race number 7 as we roll along. It'll be over 1400 meters. They are betting 4 to 1 the field. Number 10 Dapper from 5 to 1, shortened 4 to 1. 5 Lion's Eyes 5 to 1. Number 4 Treaty of Paris at 11 to 2. 11 Town Crier 8 to 1, and then it's 10 to 1 and Better the Balance. Right, I'm going to start off with my roughie in the race, and hopefully it's going to be one of those days where one of the roughies will arrive and will be in the pound seat. And I just think this horse number 2, Voldemort, is overpriced at 16 to 1 Ds. This is a 5-time winner. 283 or 263 days since the last victory. But if you go through some of the form lines there, beat Super Fast. Super Fast has come out and won. Has run behind Golden Rule, Turbo 20 and Imposing. Dropped to an 81, minus the 1.5 for Rachel Venica. Has got 2 victories on the turf, and I think this could be the value at 16 to 1. But saying that, it's an absolute nightmare of a race. When you look at number 4, Treaty of Paris, chalked up high in the ratings at a 95. Absolutely smashed by Regeneration last time, ran second. But a horse you have to include. Number 5, Lion's Eye, fresh off a victory last time out. Both wins have been on the turf. And then you look at Winter Waves. Dapper's found support. So there's a lot of unknowns here when it comes to which selection you're going to nail colours to the Masters.
Yeah, it looks tough. It looks tough. This horse Unicorn Alert, you can add to that. There was some talk for this horse last time out. Imvalelo came through to win, but they were expecting a very good introduction to racing in KZN when chatting to Yoga's governor and the social squad that day, but didn't shape. So keep an eye on that. Sheldon mentioned Voldemort, 4 Treaty of Paris. He gave a mention to Lion's Eye. Winter Waves will enjoy a good pace. Dapper's got an obvious chance on his current form. And then 11 Town Crier. Now, I know that, just go and look at him in the flesh. I mean, if you're on course, get there to the parading race number 7. If you're watching on the telly, just keep an eye on Saddle Clot number 11. He's just a horse that's built with substance. He's an eye catcher. Last time out, things didn't shape up for him. He's rated by the yard. We know that he was gelded on the 7th of August as well, after shedding his maiden. Things didn't shape up for him at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. From the get-go, he was just uneasy, awkward, never in the race, but he still managed to run a fair race, 2 lengths behind the winner. 53 kgs on his back, although poorly drawn. I wouldn't be leaving this horse out of anything, just purely on reputation and looks and what the stable think about him. So in this race, Sheldon, yeah, it's a nice trifecta quartet to catch. We haven't even spoken about White Seahorses in such good form, and his form lines have sparked up nicely. Even 14 Rooster Bradshaw, if he gets luck from the draw, very capable. So this is a tough race, racing fans, but if I had to pick 2 runners for you to follow here in the place accumulator, it'll be numbers 10 and 11.
Well, there we go, 10 and 11 for D's, and then my 2 cents worth, number 2, Voldemort at 16 to 1. That could be a nice roughie to throw into the exactas, swingers, and the trifectas. But once again, race number 7, you're going to need a lot of luck in the running. At this point in time, having a look, all 14 runners take their place. Best of luck.
We're on to race number 8, which will be the last pick 3 on the card, and this is a conditions plate over 1400 meters. Quality in the field. Let's bring up that field and have a look at some betting with some short comments, and maybe try and point you to which horse could win it. Well, number 1, On My Honor, is trading at 5 to 2. Horse number 3, Gimme Fabulous, at 11 to 2. 4, See It Again, at 22 to 10. Then we go on to 8, Royal Victory, at 7 to 2. It's double figures, the balance. I mentioned quality in the race. Well, number 1, On My Honor, from the Glen Cotson stable. He is entered on Sunday. Then he's entered for the Charity Mile. And then he's entered for the Summer Cup. That's the route he's going to take. I mentioned this on the show last weekend. Unfortunately, he was scratched, but he's here to run on Sunday. So his main mission is the Summer Cup. I'm not saying that he can't win, but he's likely to be in need of the run. Whatever the result on Sunday, it's going to bring him on a ton. He's a horse that's highly thought of by the yard, and we know that he was a shoot selection for many in the Hollywoodbets Durbanville, where he wasn't disgraced. Number 4, See It Again. This is his track, Sheldon. We know that this is his best course. Not that he's run badly in the Western Cape, but this is his course. When he comes to Hollywoodbets Greyville, that's when he's alive. And the signs are there of him, possibly having a nice, what's he now? He's a 6-year-old. Can you believe it? Time really flies. A 6-year-old. I can still remember him winning the Derby with Pierre Stradom. Yeah, he's a 6-year-old now, but yeah, he's also entered in the Summer Cup. Number 4, See It Again. So this is where he'll start off his engine for the season. 4, Madison Valley, another Summer Cup entry. He's very capable on his day. And then Royal Victory, well, he owes the stable nothing. We know how well he does when he travels to Gauteng. He's entered for the Summer Cup. He's had his issues, Sheldon. He has to be passed. I think he's come twice to the race course. Nathan assures me that he's now well behaved and he's past fit when it comes to his antics pre-race. So they don't understand where he got this habit from. I mean, he was such a nice young horse, and then suddenly he's got into this bad habit where he doesn't want to go to the start. He's playing up badly, delaying everything. But they've passed him. He's fine now, and his mission is also the Summer Cup. So I've chatted about numbers 1, 4, and horse number 8. They look to be the right horses in the field, Sheldon. When I look at this race, whilst I understand and know that this is not a race where they're going to be punished to win, but I think class could rise to the top.
Well, the interesting thing is that the money has come for See It Again. Yes. From 4 to 1 down 22 to 10. I think that tells the tale. Rachel Vinica reunited with See It Again. Michael Roberts, he's got a plan in action. And with a number of these horses using the races as stepping stones, I think the money's come. The horse could be fit and well. Hopefully we get a comment from Michael Roberts on the day. 1400 could be a furlong sharp for him, but he's going to race fresh. If you look at that run to Gladiatorian over the 1400, a cracking second. He's beaten Royal Victory. He's run in the Hollywoodbets Durbanville, 5th behind Oriental Charm. He's got class stamped all over him, and the fact that the money's come for him after that rest and with bigger steps to stone and to fly, I think the money could be spot on.
Yeah, and the last time he did win a race, racing fans, coincidentally, is what was Rachel Vinica. Yeah, he's been in all those features with Pierre Stradom and Raymond Danielson, Keegan DeMello, but the last time he did win a race was with Rachel Vinica, and that was his 7th career win. So the money could be on the button. This is his home track. This is where he loves racing, 1400 meters. Whilst it's on the sharp side, as we both mentioned, class could prevail here. And then we welcome Adam Azzi. We have to do that. His first runners, he's got numbers 3 and 10. Welcome to KZN, Adam, the capital of South African horse racing. And hopefully, you get the support and you do well in the province. And those are his first runners, numbers 3 and 10. I'm going to go 1 and 4 in the place accumulator. And then I can't leave out Royal Victory. He's that honest, that good. He's not going to be, punished to win here, but he could win. 1, 4, and 8 for the pick 6.
I think these is on the button there. Those are the 3 runners that we will be including. And let's see if we can see it again. Moving along to the penultimate race of the afternoon, race number 9, which is over 1,200 meters. Now, looking at the race, there are 2 runners who've achieved 100 and 101, which are numbers 1 and 2. And number 1 is best weighted at 98 at this point in time, not taking the apprentice allowances into claim, so just going straight on this. And this is a horse who could certainly bounce back to the best. Let's see what price this is, 12.5 to 1. So let me give you the betting first. The unbeaten number 6, Wild Justice. Good to see Nicholas Patel back aboard, given a chance. Unbeaten 2 from 2. Chalked up at a 93 is 22 to 10 from 28 to 10. And we know when the money comes for the Gareth Van Zyl stable, they usually spot on. Number 2, RC Blast is 9 to 2. Number 3, Superfast 11 to 2 with number 7, Issy Quishy Quishy. And number 8, Mapaka is 6 to 1. 8 to 1 and better the rest. So number 1 is a horse that I would throw into the play. Number 2, RC Blast, who I thought was a real good thing last time out, opened 11 to 2. And I just thought it was the right type of company. And Muzieni managed to get the best out of RC Blast, who was once upon a time 101. From the 2 draw, 1,200 meters, no problem, must be a big runner. Then if you're looking for speed, you've got number 3, Super Fast D's, last time out and in the prior races. This is a horse who likes to jump, go, and then coming to the 300 gives another kick.
Made that a good thing last time out, delivered smartly, Sheldon, number 3, Super Fast, but that was an average rating 76. It's now an 88, so he's up in class here. I know he's down in weight, and they've gone with the claim 2.5. And Kolisi has opted to go for number 5, Tara Star, which is interesting, the mare, for an informed stable of Daryl Moore. She's also very quick. So between numbers 3 and 5, the speed will be on here. Those are the 2 horses that are likely to take up the lead when the starter says go. But you can even say a horse like Hirkomi Boka from draw 1 is not going to waste her position. And IC Blast, a great ride by Muzieni last time out. So I think the speed's going to be on here between numbers 3 and 5 and maybe a few others. But the horse that's most interesting will have to be this horse, Wild Justice, just on reputation. When he came to the track first up, there was lots of talk for him. Second time out, they tried him in a C division class or a class C. He made it look very easy, although it shows that he raced up handy and he won by close to 2 lengths. Just the manner in which he got the job done that day, I was impressed with him. He looks like a horse that's going to win his fair share of races. There were positive comments from Samanga Kumalo and the connections in the winner's enclosure. I think it was Robbie's birthday that day, if I'm not mistaken.
100%.
That was his birthday present. Yeah. And then Wild Justice, that average rating that he beat last time out, also a 76. So this will be a proper test for him with the average rating of an 88. So I'm going to include 3 runners here in the PA, Sheldon. My numbers are going to be in numerical order. Number 6, Wild Justice, because he continues to win. How good he is? Well, he could go all the way to the top. Number 7, Ishi Quishy Quishy for Alison Wright. The last win, the way he went and fetched those horses, I was impressed. The quicker they go, the better he'll suit. And 8, Mapaka, don't leave this out. He's having his 3rd run back, that's the way I put it, because his last start was a bit disappointing. I know there was talk and money for him, but he was well back behind Regeneration. I'm going to say maybe that was the wrong race for him. This type of field, 1,200 meters, Seanville up, opting to ride Mapaka instead of Isi Quishy Quishy. So I respect his choice as well. So I'm going to go 6, 7, and 8 for the place accumulator. But for the pick 6 racing fans, you're just going to add what you like. There are horses that you can include. In fact, you can make a case for each and every runner in the race.
Well, that's a wrap for race number 9, and just out of interest, if you look at the field, half of the field are a winner of their last start, so they'll come in with some confidence there. But at the end of the day, race number 9, you're going to be the judge. Will it be Wild Justice?
Well, we close things off. Race number 10, it will be the end of the last pick 3 on the card. And of course, the last leg of Jackpot 2 racing fans, races 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's bring up the field and have a look at some betting. The betting is like so. It's quite an active marcus, I must add. Number 1, William Best, from 16 to 1 into 14 to 1. Number 2, Professor Lupin, also 16 to 1 into 14 to 1. And number 4, Wherever I Lay My Hat, 16 to 1 into 14 to 1. Now that I say 16 to 1 into 14 to 1, they're all adjustments because it's just come through that 11, Rhythm, is out. So my value bet on the card is gone. I like this horse. I've been following Rhythm, so that is out. Rhythm is scratched. And there have been adjustments in the betting. So horses in single figures, number 6, Cadavar, 5 to 1. 8, Fate of Fortune, 28 to 10. 9, Navajo Dancer at 3 to 1. 11 is out, and then 12, Double Olympic, is a 7 to 1 shot. Sheldon, is a tough end to the second jackpot. I don't know your thoughts here. I'm actually battling to find a roving banker, a horse that I'm confident that will finish in the top 4. If I'm going to choose one, it will be possibly Fate of Fortune, Alison Wright's runner, even though lumped to carry 63 kgs. That horse, Cognac, looks like a serious racehorse for Stuart Ferry. I mean, the way he went and won the other day and fetched those horses, I was impressed with him. And this horse is a 3-time winner. He's a 7-year-old, he's enjoying racing. So Rachel claiming the 1.5 kgs, repeating that last start. I think he'll go close to winning if he doesn't finish in the top 4. So I'm going to say that's going to be my roving banker and possibly the right horse at the top of boards.
I think you could be on the mark here, because when you look at race number 10, there's a lot of horses who are low in confidence, a lot who haven't got form recently. And number 8, Fate of Fortune, although being a 7-year-old, he beat Capelina in the penultimate run, and at last effort he met something that could be anything in the making. So roving banker number 8, Fate of Fortune. Number 9, Navajo Dancer. Here's a runner that you can throw into the equation. But when it comes to race number 10, hopefully you way ahead. If not, structure a quartet, rove number 8, Fate of Fortune, and throw in all the lunatics. Welcome back as we move on to that time of the show where we bring up our suggested bet for the meeting. And if you go through the race by race previews, you'll see that we've found quite a bit of value. I've found a few horses at 16 to 1, 14 to 1. So I have thought out of the box in the races. However, when it comes down to the suggested bets, I've not thought out of the box. I've gone with 2 well-fancied horses. Race 1, number 6, Oklahoma Girl, after a cracking second to Catch a Penny on debut. And the word about all the first-timers are they'll need the experience, so it should be her race to lose. Then race 2, number 8, Bombardier Boy. A little bit unlucky last time out. He wouldn't have won the race, but he would have been a bit closer. And I think the switch to the turf could be the winning recipe. Although number 3, Senor Resfrio, that is the horse I believe he has to beat. But number 8, Bombardier Boy, on his debut to Cowboy Country, who was heavily supported, he should be able to come through and make amends. So those are my 2 best bets for the day. But like I mentioned, go through the race by race previews and you'll find some value on the card.